Hi everyone. At a large school, students are required to learn at least one language, Spanish or French. So it is known that 75% of the students learn Spanish and 40% learn French. So we're going to find these probabilities. The first thing we're going to do is that at the large school, students are required to learn at least one language. So the probability of Spanish or French equals 1. Now, that because they have to do it, we want to find the percentage of students who learn both Spanish and French. So we're going to use the addition law of probability. So our formula is probability of S or Spanish or French equals probability of Spanish plus the probability of French minus the probability of Spanish and French. So let's fill everything in. We already know that this is 1 equals, and probability of Spanish is 0.75. Probability of French is 0.4. And the probability of Spanish and French is what we're looking for. So what you want to do is subtract these two, or let's just add this to this side. And solve. And minus 1. And that's going to give you 0.15. Since they're talking about percentages, you want to write this as percent. Okay, that's A. Then it says find the percentage of students who learn Spanish, but not French. So for that one, all you're going to do is take your 0.75 minus your 15%. So that's going to be 0.15, and that's going to give you a 0.60, which is 60%. So that's the first part. Now the second part. At this school, 52% of the students are girls, and 85% of the girls learn Spanish. Okay, C. A student is chosen at random. Let G be the event that the student is a girl, and S be the event that the student learns Spanish. So what we have to do first is find probability of girl and Spanish, or intersect Spanish. So that's going to be 0.52, that's your 52%, times 0.85. So we're just multiplying these two together. That's your intersection, and that's going to be 0.442. Or you could say 44.2%. All right? If you're going to use percents. Show that G and S are not independent. Well, for them to be independent, that would mean that P of G times probability of P of S has to equal probability of G and S. So we already know what this is, 0.442. So let's multiply those two. And those two is going to be 0.52 times 0.75. And that gives us 0.39, which does not equal 0.442. So since they don't equal here, that means the events are not independent. All right? Now, last part. A boy is chosen at random. Find the probability that he learns Spanish. So basically, this is a conditional. So what we're writing is the probability of a boy and Spanish given that he is a boy. So what you want to do with this is write that the percentage of boy, if the girls is 52%, then 1 minus 0.52 is going to be 0.48. So the boys is 48%. So that goes here. So just put 0.48. And then the probability of boys and Spanish is going to be 0.75 for your Spanish times 0.442. And that's going to give you 0.308. Then divide that by 0.48, and that gives you 0.642. So if you're talking about percent, that would be 64.2%. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.